Hi everybody, I'm Doyle Moss and welcome to another great episode of OutBack with MossBack. Today we're going to be hunting with a good friend of mine, Pat Gilligan. As you know, Pat has killed some giant animals over the years, but today we're going to show you Pat taking an awesome elk, antelope, and a new world record muzzleloader, billy goat. So stay here for these amazing hunts.
September, fall is coming. I got a feeling and I can't control it. Rumor has it at the hardware store, 6 inches wider than the year before. Big bulls, big bucks, mountain roads and pickup trucks, hunting all day just to catch a glimpse of big bulls, big bucks. Seen one that big before. Keep on hunting,
boy. OutBack with MossBack is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Barnes Bullets, unleaded, unfailing, unbeatable. Dead Downwind, #1 in concealing and destroying odor. Hoyt, champion grade bows for champion grade hunters. Ken Garff West Valley Dodge, your truck headquarters. Advantage Max 1 Camouflage, hunt wide open. MossBack Game Calls, the most lifelike game calls ever made. Polaris, the world's toughest. Sportier, here the outdoors come alive. Whack-'em Broadheads, penetration, precision, tough. In the year 2000, Pat won the auction for the Utah Governor's elk tag. During the spring, Team MossBack scouted out this monster typical. This bull, which would surely score close to 400, seemed like just the bull that Pat would be interested in. We brought Pat to where we had seen the bull before and started to search for him. Pat is a great supporter of Utah's wildlife enhancement programs and has purchased numerous permits at these state-sponsored auctions. The dollars he has spent benefits wildlife through habitat restoration, acquisitions, and other projects. Pat had a full camp during the early part of his hunt. The outfitters Maven Crane, along with guides Richard Cox, Scott Sweeney, and myself. Did you use plastic?
363 and 5/8 net.
Yeah, you know what nets are?
What's the net?
Nets are for fish. When we return, we'll watch the conclusion of Pat's exciting hunt.
MossBack's revolutionary shooting tripod consists of 3 lightweight and fully adjustable legs. Shoot sitting, kneeling, or standing in virtually any terrain. Non-slip cradle allows for firing in a full 90-degree arc without changing point of impact. Belt-attached carrying case included. For information or to order, call 1-877-682-2079 or visit our website at www.mossbacktv. Rock solid, dead on.
Welcome back to OutBack with MossBack. This segment is brought to you by Polaris and Ken Garff West Valley Dodge. Pat is a serious and excellent hunter. He knows what he wants and will accept nothing less. We saw big bull after big bull as we searched for the monster typical. All of MossBack hunts are 100% fair chase, no fences, no bull. All the bulls you see here are on public lands. Again, Utah's Fish and Game Department and other organizations' work is paying off with monster bulls on the mountain. On the evening of the 6th day, we finally found this great typical. Then, however, just at dark, we spotted another giant. A huge 7-point joined the monster typical. As darkness fell, we decided that the next day we would look for the 7-point. Before dawn the next morning, I returned to this rugged portion of the mountain. The bull, however, was nowhere to be found. I was heartsick, but I pushed on. Suddenly I looked up and there he was, feeding back up this steep canyon. I videotaped the giant for a long time and then hurried back to camp to find Pat and the others. What do you think, Pat?
Beautiful country. Spectacular country.
Gonna go look at the big boy?
We'll take a look at him. March down the mountain. 10,400 feet.
After reviewing the tape, Pat decided the bull was worth the effort it was going to take to get him. From the top of the mountain, we started the steep descent into the canyon. MossBack's Big Bulls, Big Bucks profile is brought to you by Whackin' Broadheads. At last we get into with the range of this monster and Pat sets up for a great shot.
Ready? He's trying to go down. He's down.
He's down.
He is
I
down.
think he's a little weak on the thirds.
He was weak on the G7. It's about that big.
This bull had been tagged and released by the Utah Department of Wildlife Resources in 1992. He had moved over 100 miles from the release point to where we found him.
55-inch main beam. You're not going to find G3s any better than that anywhere on any bull. And absolute. We fretted how to get to it for a couple days. We figured it out and actually walked right to him. Elk gods were on our side. Definitely.
At the time, this awesome bull that Pat took was one of the largest bulls taken from Utah, with a gross score of just over 400 inches. Congratulations, Pat. You don't want to miss the incredible hunts coming up, so stay tuned. Now we're going to take you down to New Mexico to hunt with Pat as he's after a giant antelope with guide Tony Pacelli on the Double H Ranch. Hunting pronghorn requires skill and practice. The pronghorn is the second fastest land animal on earth, bested only by the cheetah. They also have excellent vision, so wear that camo and stay low.
One up here on a ridge line that a couple of does that might be one we're looking for. So we're going to mosey up the draw and take a look. These are isolated, it's an isolated buck that looks pretty good from afar, so we're going to give it a shot.
This segment is brought to you by Hoyt and Wackham Broadheads. Pat and his guide Tony have spotted a big buck that looks tall with plenty of mass.
He's laying down. What do you think? About 100, 125 yards? Yeah, he's... Let's get him. Watch out for those does. He's getting up. He's getting up. Does just moved. Hold your ears. Stop about a second.
Okay.
Shot that. We got him. This wasn't just a drive-by. This boy was up here nervous all day long with his two does. You've been seeing him how long?
We've been seeing him for about a month, and he's
just in this country.
He's pretty much been in the flats, but he moved up in here. I don't know. It's kind of neat hunting him up here, huh?
Look at those does are staying with.
Yeah, they're staying around waiting for him to get up. I see him.
What a buck! Boy, did he have some prongs on him. I don't know how tall he is, but he's heavy.
Really, really heavy. That's probably as heavy an antelope as I've ever seen.
Yeah, I agree. That is spectacular. Look at that.
Wow.
Look at the mass on that
Look at
thing.
that, dude.
Holy
tamale.
I'd say no ground shrink, boys.
Wow, look at there.
Look at that.
Jeez. That's got to be, that's for sure 7.
Oh,
Giant.
He
absolutely.
is a giant.
Look at that buck.
God almighty.
Look at that. This is an old timer too. Look how he's worn up here.
My God. See, he is longer, Pat, than we were thinking.
Yeah, we never, well, because we saw these.
Saw this mass and just didn't think
these
he was
went
all that
away,
long.
and these has a big hook. He's probably at least 16. And this has to be, I can't get my, this has to be 7+ on the first, and the second one's even bigger.
Yeah, second measurement will definitely be bigger. And
She's
this
got
horn
the,
is definitely heavier than the left horn even.
He's got the prongs high enough to get that good second measurement there, and the third will be right above.
That is an awesome antelope.
Yeah, there's plenty of heft up here.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
Look at that thing. Talk about ground growth. We did a rough measurement on this. It's got a 16 plus length on his main beam. The prong here on the right is 9 inches, which is unbelievable. First measurement's 7. Second measurement's 8. The third's around 4 1/4, 4 1/2, and then about 3. He's going to roughed out green. He's around 96 plus inches, which is unbelievable.
Don't go away. We got an exciting mountain goat hunt coming right up. MossBack game calls, the most lifelike game calls ever made. The choice of professional hunters. Get yours today at your local sporting goods stores or visit us on the web at mossback.tv. This segment is brought to you by Sportier, Advantage Max 1 Camouflage, and MossBack Game Calls. One of North America's most unique and elusive animals is the Rocky Mountain billy goat, which lives at high elevations from Utah to Alaska. It's hard to get close enough to these animals to be able to judge which one is bigger than the other. We found a herd with a few monsters and think we can get close enough so that Pat Gilligan can take the new world record with a muzzleloader.
Leave it to Utah to have pretty country and billy goats both.
Pat's gonna go whack the new world record muzzleloader. And he's gonna beat Troy's record.
Maybe.
We got about 25 billies right over this rise here. We're gonna work around by the cliffs and just look at them all, study them all real good, and Pat will pick out which one he likes.
Consensus.
Where are we, about 12,000 feet?
Feels like it.
Mountain goats will descend from their rocky homes for the grass that grows at lower elevations, but normally they seldom venture very far from the cliffs. At the slightest noise or smell, they will quickly scamper back into the cliffs and out of reach. With the wind in our favor, we are set up for a great shot.
Pretty fun. Pat made a great shot.
First thing I've shot with muzzleloader.
Yeah. Awesome.
After we scored Pat's billy goat, it is officially the new world record with a muzzleloader. Congratulations, Pat.
Look at the mass.
Yeah,
Length.
isn't that great? Yeah, he looked like
That was your favorite one,
this is
wasn't
my
it? Pat?
favorite one.
But after that, they should go with his first instinct.
Yeah.
Look at that. Wow. They're beautiful animals, aren't they?
Awesome. Awesome.
You thought he had a young face. He still could be, but
Well, that other Billy just in the back there, he
Yeah.
had that monster body, he had that big wide muzzle. But best feed in the state right here.
it sure is.
Well, folks, thanks for joining us this week on Outback with MossBack. You can check out all these great hunts and our hunting products on our website at mossback.tv. And if you get a chance, take a child hunting or fishing. It's truly the natural high. I'm Doyle Moss. Until next week, good luck and good hunting. To book a trophy hunt or purchase your favorite hunting DVD and products, check us out on the web at mossback.tv.
Just as daylight broke, I thought I was alone. And all at once I looked up, there he was. There he was. Big bulls, big bucks, mountain roads and pickup trucks, hunting all day just to catch a glimpse of big bulls, big bucks, big bulls, big bucks. I can't wait to feel that rush, horn sticking out of the back of your truck. Big bulls, big bucks. That's a dandy, man. Never seen one that big before. Keep on hunting, boys.